Hi guys, I wanted to jump on and do a quick overview of the essential oil world. If you are new to the group and we haven't had a chance to talk, or we never were able to talk when you first got your oils, I just wanted to give you kind of a real quick overview of how you can incorporate it into your home, into your life. It's not a hard thing to do, but it can be overwhelming if you're new to this type of lifestyle, natural living, natural remedies, and all of that kind of thing. So the first thing I just want you to know is where you can find some of your information. So doTERRA has some great free guides on the website, so you guys are all able to access this. This is you log into your website and then you go to resources, and then under empowered success guides, you'll see they're all different ones. So this is the Live Guide, and this is the guide that I use when I am helping somebody new to the oils. So basically it gives you an overview of how you can start to incorporate the oils into your life. Now, when I get off of the video, I'm going to forward you the link for that, and it gives you basically I have my oils now what rundown from everything you need to know. And what you can do is just kind of make it a lifestyle, in the sense that you can target different areas of your life and bring the oils into that. And after a while, it will become a little more second nature. So the first thing I just wanted to show you, and anybody can do this, this is self-directed health in general. And there are basically areas that you might want to address with your oil. So the first one that I always like to talk about is basically how can you incorporate it into your nutrition. If you're not familiar with doTERRA's oils, we have oils that are really, obviously you know already, are the best that you're going to find on the market. They are certified pure therapeutic grade, which means that they are free of all contaminants, pesticides, fillers, everything that you would need to worry about if you were ingesting the oil. So they're completely safe, and most of the oils are safe for ingestion. So you can add the oils into recipes. You can take them internally if you're having a health issue. You can take them internally if you choose to boost your immune system. And one of the things I like to do with the oils is I like to put them in my water or my tea. So particularly my favorites are the citrus oils. They are very high in something called limonene. So you can add in citrus oils to your water. Particularly the highest ones are grapefruit, wild orange, and tangerine have the highest limonene component and percentage in there. And then lemon is underneath that. So depending whichever one you like, I would suggest putting a couple of drops of oil in your water or your tea every day. That would be a great place to start as far as the internal use and helping you to eat right and stabilizing your blood sugar and that kind of thing. So some oils that would be great if you are struggling with your metabolism, or you are finding that you're hungry all the time. You might want to incorporate an oil called Slim and Sassy, which is a great oil. It's probably my favorite as far as the internal use oils go, and you might see me post about it quite a bit. But what I love about Slim and Sassy is you can you can use it in other ways. You can put in your diffuser, you can put it on your body topically to help tightening the skin. But in the water or tea, it's going to be a great appetite suppressant naturally, and it tastes great. So I do that every day. And then in this Live Guide, just so you know, I'm kind of following it loosely so you guys know where to find stuff. But they give you suggestions, and in the area of internal use, you have a lot of options. So if you feel like you want to cook with them, you want to put some basil in your sauce or oregano and use it in dressings and things like that, they really are amazing. Okay, so the second thing I just wanted to bring out to you, as far as, let me just back up here. Oh, I skipped something. As you are going through your kitchen and you're kind of transitioning things over, maybe trying to go more natural with your food and things that you're doing with your diet, you can also use the oils to help clean your produce. So that's another thing that very simple that you can incorporate the oils into your life. Very simple thing to do with that. What I do is I'll whatever produce I'm washing, I'll put the produce in a big bowl of water, and then I put either lemon essential oil or On Guard. Now On Guard is going to clean every germ off of your produce. So there are other oils you can use, but those are my favorite. and I'll put in the lemon or the On Guard and baking soda, and I just let it sit in there with the water for about 10 to 12 minutes, and then you rinse it off. It's going to take all the dirt off of the produce. It's going to wash off the pesticides, the residue that's on there, and that's a great thing that you can do, very simple, that you can incorporate into your life. So you have your lemon in your water or your citrus oil, you have the citrus oils or the On Guard in your produce washing, so that's another area. And then you want to think about reducing your toxic load in your house. So a lot of people might be cleaning with chemicals and bleaches and things like that. Maybe that might be something that you want to switch over. So I clean my house with oils. They're very effective at being at antibacterial. You know, they have a lot of antibacterial properties. They clean great. So with a simple list of products, now doTERRA has a whole cleaning section on their website. If you go into the blogs, you'll find it there, but I will tag you on it if you want to see it. I do post a lot about different things on these topics, so I'm happy to share that with you if you can't find it in this group. But just so you know, if there's something that you want to learn about that you think maybe I covered at some point, when you're inside this group, now you guys are in this group if you are oil customers of mine, you go into the top on the search bar, there's a circle. You could search within the group for a post. So let's just say you want to look up cleaning. Just type in cleaning in the search bar, and anything that I posted on cleaning, you will find in there, okay? If you can't find it, let me know. But I have a whole thing on that and some of the things you might want to have on hand. But as far as doTERRA goes, they try to make your life easier with using natural products. So everything that they have is infused with essential oil. So I love that. I probably posted about this today. I think I did. This is the natural cleaner concentrate that you can buy from doTERRA. And I love it because it's an all-purpose cleaner. You could clean your toilet bowls, your floors, your tubs, anything you want to clean in your house, you can use this product. You can make 13 all-purpose bottles of cleaner, 16-ounce bottles of cleaner with one of those bottles. So all you need is 2 tablespoons per 16 ounces. And I just keep refilling the bottle, and I just spray my whole house. The house is clean as can be. The next thing I love with doTERRA is their detergent. So if you try to go more natural with the detergent, you might want to consider doTERRA because they have actually a full bottle, a 10 ml bottle of On Guard in each bottle of laundry detergent. So it's safe for your skin, safe for your kids, and it cleans great. And if you want to make a stain stick with the On Guard laundry detergent, all you have to do is pour some of that into a roller bottle, some of the On Guard laundry detergent into a roller bottle, and then you just, roll it onto anything that you stain, and it'll come right out. They also have a great foaming hand soap. So this is from the Live Guide I'm referencing right now. This is the foaming hand soap. I am so glad I stocked up on this before the virus because they were out of stock for a while. But it's antibacterial naturally because On Guard is antibacterial, antiviral. If you diffuse it, it's going to kill airborne pathogens in the air. So if you're worried about the virus and you're worried about getting sick, diffuse On Guard every day, I would say, for about 30 minutes just to clear the air. I'll diffuse On Guard in the bathroom. I diffuse it after the kids get home. Well, now they're not in school, but when they were in school, I would diffuse it when they came home. And just inhaling it is boosting to your immune system, but it's also going to kill any pathogens that are in the air. So if that's something you're worried about, just diffuse it. But the On Guard foaming hand soap is great as well because you are using something that is not loaded with chemicals that can be detrimental to your health later on. They talk a lot about triclosan and all of those other chemicals that make an antibacterial soap, but they are not safe to use on as much as people are using them. So that's the problem. Soap and water is all you really need. But I love the addition of the essential oils for that added factor. And you can personalize your soap, your hand soap. So if you want to make your hand soap for that, when you refill it, you can put spearmint in there. You can put wild orange, peppermint, anything in there that you like to give an aromatic fragrance that you like. Go ahead and do that. And it's just a nice thing to have. You look forward to washing your hands. At least I do. So kind of circling around the non-toxic products and things that you might be using now that you want to switch over. doTERRA also, besides the oils, we have a lot of other products. So we're about a 60% oil company, and then we have supplements, we have hair care, we have skin care. Everything is infused with essential oil. So as you start to move into this natural lifestyle that you have, you might find that these products can really help you in your life. So the one that I really love, and I did talk about today, was the On Guard toothpaste. So if you were not familiar, doTERRA carries a toothpaste, and it happens to be great. So if you're using a regular toothpaste, just know that the fluoride in there is not healthy for you. It's actually dangerous. It's a neurotoxin. That's why if you accidentally eat too much of it, you have to call poison control. And when my kids were little, I used to worry about that. It never occurred to me that I should not use that kind of toothpaste. It works great. The toothpaste is excellent. It's better than Tom's. It's better than the natural brands I've tried. So, I could say that just as my personal testimonial. So far, we all use the toothpaste. We have not had a cavity, and we just love it. So I would recommend trying that. And then if you're trying to kind of, again, switch everything over, and I didn't do this in one day. I started to use the oils, and then I started trying the products, and I was so pleasantly surprised with everything that I tried from doTERRA. It made me love the company even more, and I'm very proud to sell these products because I feel good knowing that they're that good. And so I switched over. I tried the hair care. If you feel like you want to use natural shampoos and conditioners and things like that, but you don't want to sacrifice the color, if you're color treated, their shampoo and conditioner is safe for color treated hair. It's really nice, and it has like a mild citrus smell to it. But what you can do with the shampoo and conditioner is you can put any oils you want in there. So if you find that your hair is thinning, or you're having some issues with your scalp, dry scalp, whatever, if your hair is thinning, you could put a couple of drops of rosemary and grapefruit into your shampoo and massage it in, leave it in there for a little bit, and then rinse it out. That's great for stimulating hair growth. If you feel like your scalp is extra dirty or you have dandruff, you can put some peppermint in your shampoo, and you can put tea tree oil. Those two are great for any of those issues. So that's a nice thing to have. And if you're concerned about lice, if right now the kids aren't in school, but if you have anybody in school you're concerned about lice, put some tea tree oil in the hair. I would wash the hair with it, and then what I would do, if you do have children going to school or grandchildren, make a little spray bottle of tea tree oil and peppermint and spritz the hair. I think you might be able to use lavender. I have to double check, but spritz the hair before they go to school. Okay, the bugs, they don't like the smell of peppermint, tea tree, and lavender. They hate it. So that's why we use it as a bug spray, which brings me to that. Our oils are great for bug spray. So if you are worried about ticks, which I am, I don't want to obviously get a tick on myself and my kids. Or the mosquitoes. I don't know if you guys go out in the summertime, but in my backyard, I swear it's like a jungle, and you can't sit out there for more than a few minutes without getting attacked. And there's so many beautiful nights I want to stay outside, but I'm literally, I'll get attacked. So what you can do is, and it does work because I did it last year, I bought now you can use a couple different oils. You can use lavender, tea tree oil, and peppermint for most of these bug issues. But doTERRA sells something called TerraShield. I don't know if I have it in this book. Oh, we do. I didn't bring everything down here, so I'm just showing you the book right there. Is that, yeah. So TerraShield. Okay, it's an outdoor blend that I believe has eucalyptus in it. It's got all the oils that repel the ticks and the bugs. They hate it. So I don't buy the spray. doTERRA sells it in a spray, and they sell it in the actual oil bottle. I don't buy the spray because I think it's too expensive, to be honest with you. I buy the bottle, and then what you do is I posted the recipe in this group. So anything you want to look for, just do a search in the search bar. But if you can't find it, let me know. I just posted it yesterday. I do 20 to 30 drops of TerraShield and about 10 to 15 drops of lavender. I add the lavender because it's especially good for ticks. You can add anything you want, lemongrass, eucalyptus, but TerraShield on its own is great. It's an already diluted oil, so you can put it in those I think it's 30 ml spray bottles. doTERRA sells them, but they're out of stock right now, so you might have to go on Amazon. But their bottles are great. I like buying the bottles and the roller bottles for myself on doTERRA's accessories because they're that good. When I have my workshops and things like that, I gotta buy in bulk, so I can't buy all. It's too expensive for me to buy it, like that. But I will tell you, when I buy the spray bottles from like Amazon or the roller bottles, I keep having problems with them. They either leak or they don't spray right, so it's very annoying. If you can find a good brand, go ahead. You can also check oillife.com and aromatools.com. That's where I order my supplies for my classes from. So you're going to pay, I don't know if it's a little bit more, it might be a little more than Amazon, but they do work. They work well. But doTERRA has great ones and they're well priced. It's just that they're out of stock right now. So for the person that's just needing it for themselves, I would just go to doTERRA. If you were having classes, that would be a different story. Okay, so getting to the other products, the skincare. If you haven't tried the skincare, I would really give it a shot because I was pleasantly surprised. I was using stuff from Nordstrom's and paying a lot of money. We have skincare for the older skin, so if you're over 40, you'll love the Essentials line. I love everything in there. They have a tightening serum I'm really happy with. I love that. They have a really nice anti-aging eye cream. They have a hydrating cream. They just have a full line of skincare that you might like to try. I love the Virage toner. It tightens the skin. I really like that. And they have something called the Immortelle Hydrating Serum, which is just like the Immortelle roller bottle they sell, but it comes in like a serum. So it's really nice if you want to give that a shot. I do make my own face washes, but they sell those as well, and they're supposed to be great. But I do like to do DIY. So if you like DIY, you can probably get away with doing some things that you might be able to make some of the things with your oils as opposed to purchasing it. But if you're not a DIY person, then they pretty much have everything you need. Okay, so all right, so we went over the eating part. We went over the reducing the toxic load. I just want to see if I missed anything here. I did want to talk about, I forgot to mention, I skipped the supplements. So if you haven't thought about using supplements, doTERRA has a children's line of vitamins that are great. They have probiotics that I take, my children use, and I just want to show you these probiotics because I do, for most of you that know me, you know I do nutritional coaching, so I'm real picky with putting things in my body. I'm mostly about food, but I do believe in probiotics very much, and they give you a good good bacteria in your intestines, which is really good for your overall health and immunity. I've been using probiotics since I'm 20 years old, and my kids use them. I just think that they are great. In today's day and age, I think we need them more than ever. These are the probiotics. It's PB Assist, that's the Junior. This is the children's version, and this is the adult version. Now, I use both. I buy the PB Assist for my kids, the Junior, because it comes in a packet, and you can open the packet, and it tastes like almost like a pixie stick. You could just like pour it into your mouth. You can also take that stick, if you prefer it, and put it in water or juice or whatever your kids are drinking and shake it up and drink it. So my daughter likes to do that, so that's why I buy them for her. The chewable vitamins are great for the kids. I don't use omegas personally, but they do have them, and the multivitamins are excellent. So they have an adult version. They sell something called the doTERRA Lifelong Vitality Pack. So if you're looking for like a vitamin system, that would be a wonderful thing to give a try. And they have a lot of other vitamins. So look through the website and see what you might like to try. If you need a recommendation, let me know. But these are my favorites. So you can definitely improve your health not only through the oils, but they have everything they sell is infused with the essential oils. That's what the difference is. So the vitamins have oils in them, the hair care, all of that, the skin care, they all have essential oils, which are great in my opinion. Okay, so we did that. The next part I want to go over is the fitness side of things, like how can you use the oils for your fitness. And again, I'm using this book to show you because this is exactly what you can do on your own. You don't actually need me to show you at all, but this way you know it's there. So we have something called Deep Blue. If you're not familiar with it, this is our pain and inflammation blend. Most of you probably got it when you signed up with doTERRA, but they sell it in a lotion form, they sell it in the oil, they sell it in a roller bottle. That's going to be a go-to for any pain or inflammation in the body. So I'm not one to take medication. I'd have to be under severe pain, or it would have to be very serious for me to take a medication. That's me. I'm not telling you what to do, but if you want to be more natural, try a natural remedy, see if it works, and if it doesn't work, you can always try a different oil, different approach, or you can get a medication if you have to. Obviously, for anything serious, I'm not telling you to don't just do what you're comfortable with. But I love that deep blue because as a personal trainer, I've had my share of injuries, and I can't tell you how effective it is. So you might want to have that in your arsenal of oils so that if something comes up, you have these things available. You don't want to wait until something happens and say, oh, I need lemongrass, you know what I mean? Or I need deep blue. You want to have the basics in the house that when something arises, you have instant solutions. That's what I love so much about this way of life is I just have this basically medical box anytime I need it. I mean, even the other day, I thought I was getting an earache. I put tea tree oil here, and the next day it was gone. I mean, I don't know what I would have used if I didn't have that, So things like that. I just have to go to the, to my box. My daughter had a inflamed follicle in her hair. It was like, it looked like she had like this big thing on the back of her head. And the oils worked. We put them on. She went to bed the next day. It was half the size. The next day, she didn't even realize. I had to ask her because she forgot she had it. So, I mean, again, if I didn't have these oils, what would I do? I'd have to go to Walgreens, get some kind of medication. God knows what it is, or maybe visit the urgent care. Who wants to do that right now? So, I like to have these things on hand. So, deep blue, you want copaiba, lavender, frankincense. These oils are for pain. Wintergreen, you want these things on hand. But deep blue is a great blend, so if you had to start somewhere for pain, that's what you're going to start with, and it's good to have that around. As far as exercise goes, that's the first one that you'll need. Another one that I think you might want to have on hand is Breathe. Breathe is our respiratory blend. Anything that anytime you're having trouble breathing, whether it's for allergies, sinus issues, coughing, exercise, asthma, whatever, put a little Breathe on your chest before you exercise. Put it in your hands and inhale it. It's great for that. It's great for opening airways if you have asthma, any kind of breathing issue. So I actually use Breathe a lot because sometimes I'll go out and running and the air is thick for me. And that's just something that I know helps. Now, if you have anxiety, it's also great for that as well. Take a drop of Breathe. I'm sorry, my hair keeps going to my face. And lavender in your hands. And this works great if you get anxiety. So try it. And you can use different oils, but I just like Breathe and lavender together. 2 or 3 drops each in your hands. Rub your hands together and inhale about 3 to 4 times, very deeply and slowly. And it's amazing. You'll really calm down, and you'll be amazed at how fast you feel well. So within, I would say, a couple minutes, you'll start to, just feel that nervous buzz go away. You could do the same with Adaptive, which is a newer oil that we have. Adaptive is the stress oil. Is the stress oil, and it's great for anybody that's experiencing any kind of emotional struggle. I also like Balance. Balance is my go-to. I think that's it's a very grounding oil. Balance and lavender is wonderful. So, find what works for you. These are just suggestions of the ones that might be ones that you could try if you're having any of those issues. Okay, so back to the pyramid here. And this is what I'm kind of going off. I just want you to see this. These are the areas of your life that doTERRA can kind of help you. Okay, so we did the eating right, went over the exercise, the reducing toxic load. Another one is the resting and managing stress. So that's a big area for people. Usually when I have somebody that comes to me wanting to, get oils into their home and into their life, that's usually one of the most common things that people struggle with. They just can't, they're just feeling very stressed out all the time, and, whether it's the situation at hand or life in general. So how do you manage that? The oils are amazing for this because when you inhale the molecules of the oil, it actually enters the limbic part of your brain, which is responsible for triggering certain emotions and messages. So inhaling lavender, and I always tell people the same thing, but when you inhale lavender, it actually triggers serotonin to be released in the body, which is something that's the feel-good hormone, the one that you want when you're feeling depressed and anxious. So the oils that are great for that are anything that includes lavender. You have Adaptive, you have Serenity, which is the one that we recommend most if you have trouble sleeping and you're having trouble with anxiety and anything on that end, okay? So we carry supplements. So if you're taking melatonin, because you can't sleep, give Serenity a try. This is completely natural. And you'll take 1 to 2 soft gels before you go to bed. You can also put Serenity in your diffuser and run it about 30 minutes before you go into bed. Another thing you could do is you can put some, make a spray bottle with about maybe 10 drops of Serenity, spritz it on the pillow, and then you can go to bed, and it'll help you kind of relax. So that's a nice oil to have on hand. I also like to diffuse Breathe and Lavender at night. That's one of my go-tos. Very relaxing oil. It just helps to open up the airways. If you have a snorer in your home, in your bedroom, your husband, diffuse Breathe and Lavender. You can also use for snoring marjoram. Marjoram is great as well. So, but I like the smell of the Breathe and the lavender together. doTERRA carries, if you're not familiar, we carry emotional aromatherapy blends, okay? And there's a wheel here that's going to show you what category the oils fall into. So if you haven't looked through doTERRA's website, you'll see that they have blends like cheer, motivate, passion, forgive, console, and peace. And they really make beautiful gifts as well. So if you're trying to think of something for Mother's Day or whatever, but you can diffuse these oils when you're feeling a certain way, or you want you want to feel a certain way. You can diffuse that oil. I really like these oils. They're really nice. My favorites are Motivate. This is me personally. Motivate and Cheer. I feel that those are the ones that I'm drawn to. They have an oil in it. I think Motivate has an oil in it called Melissa, which is a very it's actually a very expensive oil, Melissa, but it has a lot of immune boosting properties. So that's one that I really like. Passion is very fruity. I like it with, it's a very floral oil. It's like a heavier smell. So if you like that heavy floral smell, you might like Passion. Console is like, if you like patchouli, and if you like ylang ylang and sandalwood, like heavy oils, you like Console. Same for Peace. So those are they're very deep oils, very strong scents. And Forgive is a lighter scent. I would say it's more herbal. So if you can picture that herbal smell, it's more herbal. And then Motivate and Cheer are more citrus, and Motivate's like minty and citrus, and Cheer is citrus and like spicy, if you can picture that. So, you'll see what you like with that. I think we're almost done. Just wanted to share with you a couple more things. And so the next two sections that they talk about are informed self-care and proactive medical care. So these are kind of falling together, but basically, what can you do to kind of make yourself healthier? Obviously, you want to do things on a daily basis that are going to raise your chances of being, or keep you healthier, I should say, as much as you can, besides the diet and all that. A couple of things you might want to do. Besides the citrus oils in your water, you'll definitely want to have frankincense in your arsenal, because frankincense is known as the king of essential oils. Not only for anything that should come up in the house, you're going to probably look to frankincense for that. So there is a saying that when in doubt, use frankincense, and the reason is because it has so many anti-inflammatory properties, so many there's a chemical composition to frankincense that makes it especially helpful for immune system. So it's great for cellular apoptosis, which means cell death, which is something that you want. You want the renewal of cells so that you will stay healthier. So put a couple of drops of frankincense on the bottoms of your feet on a regular basis. I do that every single night. If you're having pain in your body or an infection or something like that, use frankincense. You can also put it on your breast area. It's great for, they list it in the book that we use for breast cancer prevention. Can't hurt to do it. So breast cancer prevention, I would probably use the frankincense, copaiba, and grapefruit for that one. So also detoxifying your body, you can use an oil that we have called Zendocrine. Let me see if I can find it in here so you can see what it looks like. Now, Zendocrine is a great oil if you're trying to detoxify your liver. Yes, so we carry it in an oil form. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find it here. Okay. Well, unfortunately, they're actually only showing the supplements, but we carry it in an oil form. So Zendocrine is a detoxification blend. So if you feel like your liver needs kind of a little help and you need to get rid of the toxins in your body, you can put Zendocrine on your liver, which is the upper right quadrant of your abdomen. I would do that a couple times a day. You want to dilute that with a coconut oil, so make sure that you either make a roller bottle out of it. I would do about 20 drops of Zenzacrine to 10 milliliter roller bottle with coconut oil, and roll it there. Or you could do the bottoms of your feet and do that every day so that you can help get rid of what's going on, any toxins in your body. You can also take Zenzacrine internally. You can put it in your water, and they sell it in these capsules. So again, if you'd rather take a capsule, take a capsule. However you feel comfortable using the oils, that's the way that you should use them. So that's what I love so much about this, is you can use them internally. You can use them topically. You can use them aromatically. You can use them all three ways. Use them however you want. I know people that don't want to take the oils internally, so my answer to them is don't use them aromatically or topically, however you feel comfortable. So that's a great thing to incorporate. Now, the other oils for detoxification would be things like cilantro and lemon, citrus oils. There's a lot of them. So you might want to check out some of the oils that would be good for that, for detox. But Zenzacrine's a go-to. And then the last area that you want to look to is your oils for all your natural remedies. So you can do not only make your own products if you want, but if something comes up, you have stuff ready to go. So in my opinion, the oils I would have on hand all the time are most of the ones that come in your kit. So if you're running low, I just keep a list on doTERRA. I'll explain in a minute, but I keep a list also in my notes of what I'm running low on, because I do use a lot of oil. So always I want to have an extra bottle of On Guard, because if you do get a virus, the two oils that you want to have in your body are oregano and On Guard. So if I had, God forbid, this virus, I will be taking those two oils internally. And we sell something called veggie capsules. And if you're not familiar with veggie capsules, they're empty pill capsules, and you can put the oils in there and make your own medication. All right, so you can make your own antibiotic. I'm trying to find it to show you what it looks like. But if you go onto doTERRA's website and just type in veggie capsules, you'll see them in there. And I don't see them being in this book, but they're only, I think they're like $4.75 for about, I think, 60 capsules. And if I had to do that because I got sick, I would absolutely do that over some other antibiotic with 10,000 side effects. So you can use them. So I would have oregano on hand. You want On Guard on hand. You want Melaleuca, which is also known as tea tree oil, because that's your cleansing oil. That's an important oil if you have any bronchial infections, anything going on in your chest, any fungal infections, skin infections. You want to have this oil. Ear infections too. You'll definitely want to have, like I mentioned, lemon, which is great for so many things, not only cleaning, but a lot of sore throats. If you get a sore throat, you can gargle with lemon. You can put it in a mouthwash, make a wash for the back of your throat. It's great for that, and it's great for allergies. So just as I keep forgetting all these little things, but allergies you want to have on hand: peppermint, lavender, and lemon. Those are your three. Now, Breathe is good for opening the airways. It's not as good for the allergies. It's great for opening the airways, which you need when you have allergies. But to calm the allergy attack, you want an antihistamine effect, which you're going to get with the lavender, and I believe the peppermint. The lemon it stops the mucus. But all three together, they'll have different reasons why we pair the three. So having your diffuser, using that consistently is going to be really helpful in a lot of other, in your life in general, like allergies, immune support, purifying the air. So I really diffuse regularly. If I can drive anything home to you tonight, get into the habit of making a routine for yourself with the oil. So I leave the oils out that I want to put in the next morning, and I put the diffuser on when I make my coffee. That's kind of my routine. And then later in the day, if I'm in the kitchen or if it's at night, I'll run a different blend. And it's usually a much more relaxing blend in the evening. So whatever, you'll kind of know what you want to smell. Your body intuitively will tell you if you feel like having a citrus smell or you want a floral smell or something a little heavier. So go with that. Listen to your body. It's always going to point you in the right direction. But so I mentioned On Guard, oregano, Melaleuca or tea tree oil, lavender, lemon, peppermint. Those are definitely in the arsenal. I always have deep blue for pain and inflammation that comes up. Frankincense is your go-to oil for everything health related, you definitely want to have that on hand. And copaiba. I think copaiba is a very important oil as well. Anytime you have anything going on, when you add frankincense or copaiba to the blend, it's going to enhance the effect of any oil. So, for example, let's just say you have an ear infection and I want to put tea tree oil around my ear. You would put it, like, for example, like here and around the bones of the ear, but you're not sticking it in the ear, okay? You don't put them in your eyes, you don't put them in your ears. But what I would do is I would put frankincense on first, and then I would put the tea tree on top, and that's going to enhance the power of the tea tree. So that's something that you might want to get into the habit of doing, is adding frankincense into things that you are trying to address naturally. Let me think if I'm thinking of anything else. I love balance, having balance on hands as well for anxiety issues and things like that. So that's something I always like. And then the rest of the oils you might want for a specific reason, and that's where you want to do your research with the book, the Essential Life book. So if you don't know what that is, I will post it here again just to show you, where you can find it on Amazon. But it's basically an oil reference book. So if something comes up, it's the best $27 I ever spent. You basically just look in the book and you look up the oils that you can use for the problem you have, and you have a remedy available to you. We also have a great app. It's called the EOE app. And if you need me to post it again, I will. But you can download the app, and then you can kind of look up any ailment and give you testimonials and give you a protocol. And that would be something you could use on the go, or even if you don't want to get the book and you want to use the app, that's fine. So I would encourage you to become self-sufficient and have these things available to yourself, so you don't have to wait for somebody to tell you or looking in the all these different places. I don't recommend trusting Pinterest for remedies and things like that, because we don't know who those people are. They may not be using doTERRA oils. They may not be using real oils. Could be, you don't know who the people are. So there's no like definite remedy that I would feel safe using. I've seen people post on Pinterest and saying put 30, 40 drops of an oil in there. I'm thinking, what are they talking about? You're going to burn your skin like that. So you have to be careful about who you're listening to, which is why, again, I feel so comfortable with doTERRA, because all the information is very trustworthy, and you can be sure that you're using them properly and safely. Dilution amounts, a lot of people ask about. I could definitely share some things with you. We have a chart of the maximum dilution amount, and for the ages, we have that also on doTERRA's website under the resources. Go to the blog, to the ebooks, and you will find all of the usage directions in there that you can access. So I would go with that. And then pretty much the only thing I want to touch on, those are probably all the areas you're definitely going to begin to address with your oil. So whatever feels most comfortable to you, that's what you're going to start with. So again, you're not going to be able to do everything in one day because it's too much of a change. But if you start with your, couple of little simple things, diffusing every day, maybe making a green cleaner, maybe putting lemon in your water, those things are great, and they're gonna really make a difference in your life. And then as you get into it, you'll start adding more things. So those of you that, if you have specific questions, you want to go over anything particularly for yourself, I can always talk to you privately. We can set up a time to talk on the phone, or you can email me or comment here, and I'll message you. But that would be, as you go through it, you want to kind of make yourself a routine and get comfortable. So if you have questions, feel free to ask. And lastly, there's something called the LRP program. A lot of people know about it, but I know some of you guys are new and you may not have heard about it, but it's called the Loyalty Reward Program that doTERRA offers to their wholesale customers. And what you can do is, if you decide you want to get points back on the things that you order, you can sign up for the program, and it's a monthly program where you basically create your own order every month that you want to buy. Now, you don't have to spend any particular amount of money. There's no cost to join, and there's no cost to cancel. But every time you purchase something, you will have an opportunity to get points banked into your account, and then you can trade them in for free products. So I use a lot of the products, so I rack up points pretty fast. I get 30% back on everything I order from doTERRA. So if I spend $100, I get 30 points in my bank, and they add up pretty fast. And then I can save up those points for things that I want to use, like Immortelle or rose essential oil or sandalwood. These things are expensive and they're beautiful oils, but I don't want to spend $70 on an oil. So I save up my points, and when I have enough points, I cash them in, and then I can start again. So you can do that. So when you shop in like Amazon and wherever you go, Target, they don't give you points for shopping there. So whatever I can buy that I am using anyway from doTERRA, somewhere else, and I can buy from doTERRA, I do it so I can get the points. So I use the deodorant. If you're into natural deodorant, I've tried them all. I'm very sensitive, so a lot of them I can't tolerate. doTERRA has one that doesn't have baking soda in it. I think it's called Citrus Bliss. It's orange and Douglas fir. I could be wrong. Or orange and Douglas fir or something. If you want to know which one I use, I'll find it. But anyway, that's the only one I don't break out from, and it works amazing. I work out a lot. I mean, that's not something that I want to take a chance with. And there are a lot of natural deodorants. They maybe smell nice and everything, but they don't actually work. So it's been hard to find a good one. This one is spot on. They have a baking soda version, and they have one without baking soda. I use the one without baking soda because my skin is very sensitive. If you're sensitive, I recommend you don't use the baking soda one. If you're not sensitive, the baking soda one is great as well. They both, my opinion, worked equally as well. So I would definitely suggest maybe trying that. But again, you can switch over things you're buying: deodorant, shampoo, toothpaste, mouthwash, hand soap. I mean, these are things I'm buying anyway, so I use that as part of my LRP order. I buy the probiotics, I buy the vitamins, the cleaning products and all that, and you bank it, and then you can spend your points. If you spend under $50 any given month, you will maintain your account, but you won't earn points that month. And then if you spend over $50, you'll earn points on your order. If you spend over 125 points, you'll get a free product of the month. So this month it is still Citrus Twist, which is really pretty. I just got it today. It's like a citrusy, spicy smell. It's really good. And so there's always a free product of the month, which is really nice. And I was going to tell you one last thing. If you feel like there's a month you really don't know that you need to buy anything, I would suggest, and if you're using the vitamins and stuff, you'll definitely need to buy something. But if you feel like you have a month where you don't really want to buy anything, I would just get like a deodorant or a toothpaste, something to keep it going so you don't lose your points. And that's, I order a lot, so I don't have a problem with that. But if you can't spend that much, just do what you can do, and then you'll just accrue them a little slower. So that's how that works. And after this, basically, I'm going to spend some time doing essential oil education. I'll get on video over the next few weeks and do some topics that I think are interesting to you guys. And if you want me to go over anything specifically, just send me a message and let me know that you want to learn about something, and I'll do a video on it and give you some of my tips. I'm doing this for a while now. Last but not least, and I don't know if I got to talk to everyone, that's why I wanted to jump on here. We do have an income opportunity with doTERRA. So a lot of people don't know that. If you've always wanted to do some kind of health coaching, but you didn't have the background for it, or there's something you want to do on the side, you want to start a business, but you don't have the money and you don't want to spend a lot of money to start a business, we have an amazing business opportunity here. So this is a direct sales company. You can sell these oils to people. I do classes. You can do classes. You don't have to. You can, just talk to people one-on-one. There's so much you could do with it. You can make products and sell them. So I do that too. I try to make money in multiple ways, but I'll sell my roller bottles. I make perfume blends. You can do all that, so there's a lot of options. And with Instagram and the online stuff, whether you're comfortable on camera or not, you don't have to be, but I know a lot of people that just do Instagram, marketing, and we have everything available to you to teach you how to do the business. So we have a wonderful team. So if it's something that's kind of like in the back of your mind and you're thinking, you know what, maybe I'd like to do this, anyone can do it. You don't have to have a special training. You don't have to be a health coach. You don't have to be anything special. You don't have to have any special certifications. But doTERRA just started offering some great business tools. They have an essential oil certification now that you can take. It's not expensive. I think it's like $40. they have a lot of things. They teach you social media marketing class. So if it's something that you want to do, let me know and I will point you in the right direction. And, I'd love for anyone to join our team. So we have a nice group of women that we all work on our own time, and you can do whatever you want with it. You can work 2 hours a week. You can work 20 hours a week. It's just a matter of how much time you want to put in there and what your goals are. But it's a great home business, and anyone that's suffered from this pandemic and lost some income, it might be a wake-up call that there is really, unfortunately, no job security. So I think that it's up to us to make sure that you have multiple income streams. And that was something I learned a long time ago. You should always have multiple income streams coming into your home. To rely on one salary in today's day and age is, as you see now, is even scarier than ever before, because we are having things taken away from us that are out of our control. So I love that I can do this from my home. I speak to people on the phone. I help them with their needs, and I have a great product to sell, and I don't have to stock it in my house. You're just basically shipping from doTERRA to their house, and you are earning commission for that. So it's a really nice business. doTERRA is actually the #1 network marketing company. I don't know if it's in the world or in the US, but we are over $1 billion company, and it's pretty amazing. So if you do some research on doTERRA as a company, you'll be very impressed. And this is a great time to get into it, because I do believe there's a natural healthcare movement going on, and only 1% of the population in the world knows about doTERRA. We're in 130 countries. They have over 7 million customers. I believe that in a few years, this is going to be really very mainstream for people, and I want to be, in the beginnings of that. So this is a great time to do it. So message me if that's something you want to talk about. I'd love to talk to you about it. Okay, so I hope that helps you. This is basically I have my oils now what overview. You have this available to you on the website. You have tons of resources on doTERRA.com. You have our Facebook group here. You can always post questions. You have the Essential Life book as a resource, and leave it out on your coffee table and start reading. I just kind of flip through it when I'm sitting in the living room, and I teach myself about the oils. I did not go to school for this. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to go get myself ready for bed, and I will catch up with you guys soon. Again, if you have questions, just post them, and I can answer it after the video. I'll see it whenever. All right. So have a good night, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.